Chapter 4, Academic Pathways and Opportunities. Welcome back to the last and the third um, session of this wonderful topic, comparative literature subject. So this slide marks a significant shift in perspective. We are now moving from the academic how to the practical what's next. Chapter 4 is forward looking, focusing on the academic pathways you can build and the professional opportunity that foundational in comparative literature opens up. Charting your course. Comparative literature offers a remarkable flexibility in designing your academic journey. Unlike more structured disciplines, it encourages you to create a personalized curriculum based on your linguistic ability, intellectual interests, and professional goals. This flexibility allows you to combine breadth of exposure with depth in specific areas. This slide introduces one of the key advantages of the discipline, flexibility. It states that unlike more rigidly structured measures, comparative literature actively encourages you to create a personalized curriculum. This customization is based on three personal factors: your linguistic abilities, your unique intellectual interests, and your long-term professional goals. This flexibility allows you to combine a breadth of exposure to world literatures with depth in the specific areas you are most passionate about. As you progress beyond the first year, you'll have opportunities to specialize in particular literary traditions, theoretical approaches, or thematic concerns while maintaining the comparative perspective that defines the discipline. You might focus on specific geographical regions, historical periods, genres, or methodological approaches, all while developing a distinctive intellectual profile. This slide elaborates on the process of specialization after the foundational first year. You'll have opportunities to dive deeper. You might specialize in a particular geographic region like East Asian literatures, a historical period like the Romantic era, a genre like the novel, or a methodological approach like translation studies. The crucial point is that you do all this while maintaining the comparative perspective. Is the lens through which you view your specialization. The goal is to develop distinctive intellectual profile. This chapter explores the diverse academic pathways available to comparative literature students, including specific concentration, study broad opportunities, research experiences, and potential career trajectories. Understanding these options early in your academic career will help you make informed decisions as you plan your course of study. So this slide acts as a roadmap for the rest of the chapter. It tells you that you will now explore the diverse academic pathways in detail. It lists the key areas we will cover: specialized concentrations, study abroad, research experiences, and career trajectories. It emphasizes the importance of understanding these options early so you can make informed decisions and strategically plan your course of study. This is about empowering you to take control of your education. Concentrations and specializations. While comparative literature maintains a fundamentally interdisciplinary approach, many departments offer specialized concentration that allow you to develop expertise in particular areas. These concentrations typically combine core comparative methodology with focused study in specific fields or approaches. So this slide begins the deep dive into specializations. It clarifies that while the core of the discipline is interdisciplinary. Many departments offer structured concentrations. These allow you to develop formal expertise in particular areas. These concentrations typically blend the core comparative methodology you've already learned with focused study in a specific field. Literature and comparative cultures focus on cross-cultural literary relations, examining how texts reflect and shape cultural identities, historical memories, and the social practices across different societies. Courses in post-colonial studies, migration literature, and diaspora writings. Study of literary responses to cultural contact, conflict, and exchange, analysis of literature's role in constructing national and transnational identities. So this slide describes a very common and central concentration, literature and comparative cultures. This focus is all about examining how texts reflect and shape big concepts like cultural identities, historical memories, and social practices across different societies. The sample courses include both colonial studies literature from formerly colonized regions, migration literature, and diaspora writings. You should analyze literature's role in moments of cultural contact, conflict, and exchange, and its power to construct both national and transnational identities. Literary translation. Combine theoretical study of translation with practical experience translating literary texts, developing skills as both a scholar and practitioner. Translation theory courses examining linguistic, cultural, and ethical dimensions. Workshop-based translation practices, study of significant translators and translation histories. So this slide outlined the literary translation concentration, which is a perfect blend of theory and practice. You would combine the theoretical study of translation, examining its linguistic, cultural, and ethical dimensions, with hands-on workshop-based translation practice. This concentration aims to develop your skills as both a scholar and a practitioner, and would improve studying the history of translation and the work of significant translators. Film and media studies explore relationships between literature and visual media, examining adaptation, intermediality, and the distinctive narrative strategies of different media forms. Film theory and criticism courses, a study of literary adaptation across media platforms, analysis of emerging digital narratives and their relation to literary traditions. So this slide details the film and the media studies concentration, which directly applies comparative methods to different media. You would explore the relationships between literature and visual media, which includes studying adaptation, how a book becomes a film, intermediality, and the different narrative strategies used by novels, films, and digital media. This pathway would involve courses in film theory and criticism and analysis of emerging digital narratives. Intensive language study, develop advanced proficiency in multiple languages while studying their literary traditions, preparing for research with regional language texts. Advanced language courses focused on literary texts, a study of historical language development and its impact on literature, exploration of untranslated or rarely translated works. So this slide describes a concentration built around intensive language study. This is for students who want to achieve advanced proficiency in one or more languages, specifically to study their literary traditions in depth. This pathway prepares you for advanced research using original language texts. It involves advanced language courses focused on literature, studying the history of the language and exploring untranslated or rarely translated works, allowing you to do truly original scholarly work. These concentrations aren't mutually exclusive. Many students combine elements from different specializations to create uniquely interdisciplinary approaches. Your academic advisor can help you design a curriculum that balances breadth with focused expertise in your areas of interest. This is a crucial liberating slide. It emphasizes that these concentrations are not mutually exclusive. The interdisciplinary nature of the field encourages you to combine elements from different specializations to create a uniquely personalized academic path. It then points you to a key resource, your academic advisor, who can help you design a curriculum that perfectly balances broad exploration with focused expertise in your areas of passion. Beyond the classroom, study abroad programs. Immerse yourself in other cultures while studying their literatures and context, deepening both language skills and cultural understanding. Semester of year or year, long exchanges with partner universities, summer language immersion programs, faculty-led led study tours, focusing on specifically literary movements or traditions. This slide opens a discussion on experiential learning, starting with the most immersive option, study abroad. It framed this as a way to immerse yourself in other cultures while studying their literatures and context. This experience deepens both your language skills and cultural understanding in a way that is impossible in a home classroom. The options include semester or year-long exchanges, summer language immersion programs, and shorter faculty-led study tours focused on specific literary movements or locations. Undergraduate research. Various independent research projects under faculty mentorship, developing specialized knowledge and the research skills. Summer research fellowships honor these opportunities, research assistantship with faculty projects. The slide highlights the opportunity for undergraduate research. This involves pursuing independent research projects under faculty mentorship. This is where you transition from learning existing knowledge to creating new knowledge. It develops specialized knowledge and research skills. Opportunities include summer research fellowships, honors the fees programs, and working as a research assistant on a professor's own project, giving you a taste of professional academia. Student publications contribute to undergraduate journals focusing on comparative approaches to literature and culture, editorial positions on student-run publications, opportunities to publish original research and translations, experience with academic publishing processes. The slide focuses on the opportunity to engage with student publications. This allows you to contribute to undergraduate journals that often focus on comparative approaches. This is a fantastic way to gain practical experience. You can hold editorial positions, get the prestige of publishing original research and translations, and gain first-hand experience with academic publishing processes, which is invaluable for any future career, especially in academia or publishing. Comparative literature extends far beyond traditional classroom learning, offering numerous opportunities for experiential education that deepens your engagement with diverse literary traditions and cultural contexts. So this slide serves as a summary for the beyond the classroom section. It reinforces the idea that comparative literature extends far beyond traditional classroom learning. It offers numerous opportunities for experiential education that are essential for deepening your engagement with diverse literary traditions and culture contexts. It's a reminder that your education is what you make of it, and these opportunities are there for you to seize. Career and graduate study perspectives. A common question among prospective comparative literature students concerns professional outcomes. What can I do with this degree? The answer is both simple and complex. Comparative literature prepares you not for a single career path, but for a remarkable diversity of professional trajectories. So this slide directly addresses the most common and pressing question students and parents have. What can I do with this degree? The slide provides a sophisticated and empowering answer. It's not a narrow path to a single job. Instead, comparative literature prepares you for a remarkable diversity of professional trajectories. This reframes the value of the degree from job specific training to skill based preparation for a wide open future. Professional pathways, media and communications, career in publishing, journalism, content creation, and digital media, where cross culture knowledge and analytical skills are increasingly valued. Advanced, advanced degrees, graduate study in literature, MA, and PhD programs in comparative literature, English specific language literatures, or interdisciplinary culture studies. This slide begins to list the specific pathways under professional pathways. It lists media and communications, including publishing, journalism, and content creation, where the cross-cultural knowledge and ethical skills you've developed are highly valued. Under advanced degrees, it lists traditional graduate study in literature, MA, PhD in complete English or other language specific literatures preparing for a career in academia or research. Education and research positions in secondary and higher education, cultural institutions, think tanks and research organizations requiring advanced analytical and communication abilities, um, advanced degrees, professional schools, law schools, journalism programs, and business schools increasingly value the critical thinking, writing skills, and cultural literacy developed through literary study. This slide continues the list. It adds education and research as a professional pathway, including teaching and work in cultural institutions or think tank, all of which require advanced analytical and communication abilities for advanced degrees. It highlights professional schools like law, journalism, and business. It makes the key point that these schools increasingly value the critical thinking, writing skills, and the cultural literacy developed in a humanities degree like comparative literature. International fields, roles in diplomacy, international organizations, cultural exchange programs, and global businesses where multilingual abilities and cultural literacy are essential. Advanced degrees, emerging fields, programs in digital humanities, translation technologies, and global studies that build on comparative approaches. This slide completes the overview of pathways. It lists international fields like diplomacy, international organizations, and global businesses, where your multilingual abilities and cultural literacy are not just a bonus but essential for advanced degrees. It points to emerging fields like digital humanities and global studies, showing that the comparative mindset is perfectly suited for the cutting edge intersections of technology and cultures. Career and graduate study prospects, while unites these diverse paths, is a common foundation of transferable skills developed through comparative literature, sophisticated analytical thinking, clear and persuasive writing, cross cultural communication abilities, and intellectual flexibility. These capabilities have become increasingly valuable in our globalized information rich professional landscape. This is a vital synthesis slide. It defines the common thread running through all these diverse careers, a common foundation of transferable skills. It explicitly names them: sophisticated analytical thinking, clear and persuasive writing, cross-cultural communication abilities, and intellectual flexibility. The slide includes by stating that these are increasingly valuable skills in our globalized, information rich professional landscape. Beyond specific careers paths, comparative literature cultivates a distinctive intellectual orientation, an ability to navigate complexity, recognize multiple perspectives, and make meaningful connections across apparent boundaries. This orientation serves graduates well in both established professional and emerging fields that require innovative thinking. So this slide goes beyond skills to describe the deeper intellectual orientation that the degree cultivates. This is an ability to navigate complexity, recognize multiple perspectives, and make meaningful connections across appearance boundaries. This is a higher order way of thinking that is difficult to automate and is desperately needed in today's world. This orientation serves graduates well in both established professions and emerging fields that require innovative thinking. From classroom to global stage, comparative literature students develop the confidence to present sophisticated ideas in professional texts. My comparative literature background gave me the analytical tools to understand complex narratives and the communication skills to explain them clearly. Essential abilities in my work as a foreign correspondent covering global cultural and political developments. Maria Chen, class of 2018, international journalist. This slide provides powerful real-world testimony. The quote from Maria Chen, an international journalist, directly connected the skills that she learned in comparative literature to her understanding career. She credits her analytical tools to understand complex narratives and her communication skills to explain them clearly as essential abilities for her work. This makes the abstract value of the degree concrete and tangible for students. Chapter 5, Getting Started and Resources. The final chapter begins after all the theory, justification, and the future gazing. This chapter is purely practical. It's called Getting Started and Resources, and its sole purpose is to give your actionable steps to begin your journey in comparative structure. Your first steps. As you consider exploring comparative literature is in your first year, you may wonder about practical next steps. How do you begin building a coherent course of study? What resources are available to support your academic journey? This final chapter addresses these questions, providing concrete guidance for your initial engagement with this discipline. So this slide acknowledges that after all this information, you might be wondering about the practical next steps. It poses the critical questions: how do you begin, and what resources are available? This chapter promises to provide concrete guidance for your initial engagement with the discipline, acting as a clear step-by-step guidebook. Every university structures its comparative literature programs somewhat differently. So it's important to familiarize yourself with your specific departments, requirements, course offerings, and special opportunities. The suggestions below provide general guidance that you can adapt to your particular institutional context. So this slide offers an important piece of advice. Programs vary. It reminds you to familiarize yourself with your specific department's requirements. The guidance that follows is general and should be adapted to your particular institutional context. This shows respect for the individuality of different universities while still providing a universal framework. Remember that comparative literature's interdisciplinary nature offers both remarkable freedom and the potential challenges to design your course of study. The key is to balance exploration and internationality, allowing yourself to discover new interests while maintaining a coherent academic trajectory. Faculty, advisors, and departmental staff can provide invaluable assistance as you navigate these choices. So this slide offers a philosophical key to success. It acknowledges that the field's flexibility offers both remarkable freedom and the potential challenges. The solution is to balance exploration with internationality, be open to discovering new passions, but do so with a purpose, maintaining a coherent academic trajectory. It gains points to faculty advisors and the department staff as your guides, though, and through this process. How to begin your journey in comparative literature: initial exploration, first semester. Enroll in an introductory comparative literature course open to first year students. These courses are specifically designed to welcome newcomers to the discipline, providing accessible entry points to comparative approaches. Meet with a departmental advisor to discuss your interests and goals. Attend department events and guest lectures to get a feel for the field. Begin or continue language study appropriate to your level. So this slide provides the very first concrete actions for your first semester. The primary action is to enroll in an introductory comparative literature course. These are designed to be accessible entry points. Secondary actions include meeting with the departmental advisor, attending departments events to absorb the culture, and very importantly, to begin to continue language study appropriate to your level. Building momentum. Summer, sophomore, or sophomore year. Use your first year experience to inform more strategic academic planning for subsequent years. Consider summer language programs or study abroad opportunities. Explore research assistant positions with faculty members. Begin planning for potential concentrations or specializations. This slide looks ahead to the transition after your first year. It encourages you to use your first year experience to inform a more strategic academic planning. This is the time to be proactive. Consider intensive summer language programs or study abroad. Explore research assistant positions and start planning for potential concentrations. This is about building on the foundation you've established. Deeper engagement second semester based on your initial experience. Select a more specialized courses that align with your emerging interests while continuing to build foundational knowledge. Consider a writing intensive seminar to develop analytical skills. Continue language study with increased focus on literary texts. Join a comparative literature student organization. So this slide guides your second semester based on your initial exploration. You should now select more specialized courses that align with your emerging interests. The suggestions include taking a writing intensive seminar to hone your analytical writing, continuing language study with a focus on literary texts, and joining a student organization to build community with like-minded peers. Essential resources. Departmental advisors schedule early meetings to understand the program requirements and opportunities. Faculty office hours. Visit professors to discuss academic interests and they receive personalized guidance. Peer mentors connect with upper level students who can share their experiences and advice. This slide lists the human resources available to you. It emphasizes the importance of building relationships with departmental advisors for program planning, with faculty during office hours for personalized academic guidance, and with peer mentors, upper level students for informal advice and shared experiences. Success in university is often about knowing who to ask for help. Writing centers utilize resources for developing analytical writing skills essential to literary study. Language learning centers access supplementary resources for language acquisition. Academic planning tools use university systems to map potential courses sequences. So this slide lists the institutional resources that support your learning. The Writing Center is crucial for developing the analytical writing skills central to the discipline. Language learning centers provide supplemental support for your language acquisition. Academic planning tools like online degree audits are practical aids for mapping out your course sequence to ensure you meet all requirements. Remember that comparative literature rewards intellectual curiosity and initiative. Do not hesitate to approach faculty members about your interests. Attend the departmental events and explore connections between your courses. The richest educational experiences often emerge from the self-directed engagements with the discipline. This slide offers final empowering advice. It states that the field towards intellectual curiosity and initiative, it actively encourages you to be proactive, approach faculty members, attend departmental events, and explore connections between your courses. It concludes that the richest educational experiences often come from these self-directed engagements, from your own active pursuit of knowledge. The most successful comparative literature students are those who actively shape their education courses and experiences, seeking out mentorship, pursuing independent interests, and making meaningful connections across their various perspectives. This slide provides the ultimate summary of the ideal student mindset. It states that the most successful students are those who actively shape their education. This means not just passively taking courses, but actively seeking out mentorship, pursuing independent interests, and making meaningful connections across their various courses and experiences. This is the final takeaway: your education is in your hands. Thank you so much for watching me teaching you this wonderful subject about comparative literature. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact with me. Until next subject, which will be tomorrow. Until next time, ta for now.